Good morning, ladies. Happy Monday. I hope this message finds you well. Get on up. It is Monday. It's a brand new week. No hurricanes here in Florida, no natural disasters. So hopefully this week I can really get back onto a routine of some kind and less chaos from my lips to God's ears. So we will see. However, it was a good weekend. A lot of cleaning up and getting things in order. I had some cancellations for work. So we're trying to figure out whether it's going to be this weekend or at another time. So busy day ahead in terms of office. Heading in there, we have some customer assurance meetings and a dinner meeting tonight that I have to attend to. So long day. However, before we get through our long day, we're going to hop on to 2 Chronicles chapter 22 and 23, and verse 1 goes like this. Then the inhabitants of Jerusalem made Ahaziah, his youngest son, king in his place, for the raiders who came with the Arabians into the camp had killed all the older sons. So Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, reigned. Ahaziah was 42 years old when he became king, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Athaliah, the granddaughter of Omri. He also walked in the ways of the house of Ahab, for his mother advised him to do wickedly. Therefore he did evil in the sight of the Lord, like the house of Ahab, for they were his counselors after the dark of his father to his destruction. He also followed their advice and went to Jehoram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, to war against Hazael, king of Syria, at Ramoth Gilead. And the Syrians wounded Joram. Then he returned to Jezreel to cover from the wounds which he had received at Ramah when he fought against Hazael, king of Syria. And Azariah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, went down to see Jehoram, the son of Ahab, in Jezreel, because he was sick. Verse 7, his going to Joram was God's occasion for Ahaziah's fall. For when he arrived, he went out with Jehoram against Jehu, the son of Nimshi, whom the Lord had anointed, to cut off the house of Ahab. And it happened when Jehu was executing judgment on the house of Ahab, and found the princes of Judah and the sons of Ahaziah's brothers who served Ahaziah, that he killed them. Then he searched for Ahaziah, and they caught him, he was hiding in Samaria, and brought him to Jehu. When they had killed him, they buried him, because they said, he is the son of Jehoshaphat, who sought the Lord with all his heart. So the house of Ahaziah had no one to assume power over the kingdom. Verse 10, now when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the royal heirs of the house of Judah. But Jehoshaphat, the daughter of the king, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him away from among the king's sons who were being murdered, and put him and his nurse in a bedroom. So Jehoshaphat, the daughter of King Joram, the wife of Jehoiada the priest, for she was a sister of Ahaziah, hid him from Athaliah, so that she did not kill him. Verse 12, and he was hidden with them in the house of God for 6 years, while Athaliah reigned over the land. So at that point, looks like we get a woman running Judah for a little while. We're in chapter 23, verse 1. In the 7th year, Jehoiada strengthened himself and made a covenant with the captains of the hundreds, Azariah, the son of Jehoram, Ishmael, the son of Johanan. Oh, wow, these words. These are the names. Azariah, the son of Obed, Messiah, the son of Adiah, and Elishaphat, the son of Zikri. And they went throughout Judah and gathered the Levites from all the cities of Judah and the fathers of Israel. And they came to Jerusalem. Then all the assembly made a covenant with the king in the house of God. And he said to them, behold, the king's son shall reign, as the Lord had said of the sons of David. This is what you shall do. 1/3 of you entering on the Sabbath of the priests and the Levites shall be keeping watch over the doors. Verse 5. 1/3 shall be at the king's house, and 1/3 at the gate of the foundation. All the people shall be in the courts of the house of the Lord. But let no one come into the house of the Lord except the priests and those of the Levites who serve. They may go in, for they are holy, but all the people shall keep the watch of the Lord. And the Levites shall surround the king on all sides, every man with his weapons in his hands, and whoever comes into the house, let him be put to death. You are to be with the king when he comes in and when he goes out. So the Levites and all Judah did according to all that Jehoiada the priest commanded, and each man took his men who were to be on duty on the Sabbath with those who were going off duty on the Sabbath, for Jehoiada the priest had not dismissed the divisions. And Jehoiada the priest gave to the captains of hundreds and spears and large and small shields which had belonged to King David, that were in the temple of God. Then he set all the people, every man with his weapon in his hand, for the right side of the temple to the left side of the temple, along by the altar and by the temple, all around the king. And they brought out the king's son, put the crown on him, gave him the testimony, and made him king. Then Jehoiada and his sons anointed him and said, Long live the king. Verse 12, Now when Ahaziah heard the noise of the people running and praising the king, she came to the people in the temple of the Lord. When she looked, there was the king standing by his pillar in the entrance, and the leaders and the trumpeters were by the king. All the people of the land were rejoicing and blowing trumpets, also the singers with musical instruments, and those who led in praise. So Ahaziah tore her clothes and said, Treason, treason! And Jehoiada the priest brought out the captains of hundreds who were set over the army and said to them, Take her outside under guard and slay with the sword whoever follows her. For the priest had said, Do not kill her in the house of the Lord. So they seized her, and she went by the way of the entrance of the horse gate into the king's house, and they killed her there. Then Jehoiada made a covenant between himself, the people, and the king, that he should be the Lord's people. So verse 17, And all the people went to the temple of Baal and tore it down. They broke in pieces its altars and images, and killed Mattan the priest of Baal before the altars. Also Jehoiada appointed the oversight of the house of the Lord to the hand of the priests and the Levites, whom David had assigned in the house of the Lord to offer the burnt offerings of the Lord, as it is written in the law of Moses, with rejoicing and with singing, as it was established by David. And he set the gatekeepers at the gates of the house of the Lord, so that no one was in any way unclean should enter. Then he took the captains of hundreds, the nobles, the governors of the people, and all the people of the land, and brought the king down from the house of the Lord. And they went through the upper gate to the king's house, and set the king on the throne of the kingdom. Verse 21, So all the people of the land rejoiced, and the city was quiet, for they had slain Ahaziah with the sword. And that is all for today's Bible study, ladies. So we had some women rulers here at some point. Evil-hearted, clearly, because she was put to death. However, yeah, I don't know. Let's take in. If you need prayer or would like to discuss, send me a message. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, daily, spreading out encouragement and the lights. But please, if you feel like you haven't put enough time to this, I don't know if this is for somebody, but 5 minutes. 5 minutes, listen while you drive. 5 minutes if you can't hear and listen to yourself, but it's worth it. It really is worth it. It helps you throughout the day. I will live by that for all of life, and eternity should have been a long time ago, but it's all good. You start somewhere, right? But let's get this day going. Have a blessed day. Talk to you soon.